just like when we made the first plus, the next step is to make the top middle piece match up with the rest of the color on that side. In order to do this, turn the top piece until two of the sides match up. It's easier if these two are right next to each other, but in my case, they're on opposite sides, so I'll have to do the next step twice. If the two sides were next to each other, you would choose the unsolved side that was furthest to the right. Since my unsolved sides are on opposite sides, neither of them are furthest to the right. So I can just pick either of them. I'm going to go ahead and get to the point where I have two right next to each other, so that I can show you what I mean. See now that these two are in the right place, and these two are in the wrong place. I want to choose the orange one, because this being my right hand, it is the furthest to the right. For this step, you are going to turn the top to the left, the right up, the top to the right twice, the right down, the top to the right once again, the right up, the top to the left, the right down, the top to the right up, and the top once again to the right so that it matches up with the side, and bring the side down. And then all you have to do is rotate the top until you find the spot where it matches up. I'll show that one more time because it's a lot to take in. You go top, right, right. You go top, left, right, up, top, right twice, right, down, top, right, right, up, top, left, right, down, top, right, right, up, top, right, so that it matches up, and you bring it down. And then you turn it so that the centers match up. And now the centers match up with the side colors. And you still have the plus sign on the top. And the bottom is full. If for some reason you do these steps and the centers don't match up, but everything else is still intact, you can rotate the top until two match up and just try again. After the top centers match up with their sides, the only thing you have left is the corners. Now, sometimes you'll get lucky and the corners will be in the correct spots, just rotated wrong. But usually, you'll come to a situation where the corners aren't in the right place. See how blue and red and then green and red? In this situation, you'll want to find one corner that is in the right place. See, blue and orange, blue and orange. That's the corner you want to keep in that place. There are some situations where there are no corners that are in the correct place, and that's fine. Then you'll just have to do the next step twice, or possibly 3 times. To put the corners in the correct spots, you need to put the corner that is in the correct spot already on the right. If you don't have one, just put any corner in the right, it won't matter. You turn that corner to the left. You bring the side that it was just on up. You bring the corner back to the right. You bring the side that it was just on up. You bring the corner back to where it was. You bring the side down. And you bring the corner back to where it started, and you bring the side down. And then you look around to see if anything has changed, or if you put them in the correct spots. And like I said, it could take up to 3 times. I took 2, but if you don't have any that are in the correct spot, it usually takes 3. After the first time you do this step, when you don't have any that match up, you have to look around the cube to see if you've made one that matches. After you get the corners to match, see, I have red and blue, orange and blue, and these are the correct colors and they just happen to be rotated correctly. You need to rotate them into the correct position. This step is usually hard on people because it looks like you're messing up the whole cube, but in the end everything will just click. In order to rotate the corners, you take the corner that is unsolved furthest to the right, just like with most of the other steps that require choosing between things, and you bring that side down. You turn the corner away from where it was, so across the face of what you're looking at. You bring the side up, you put the corner back, and then you just repeat that step until the corner is up here in the correct rotation. Once you've gotten the corner in the correct spot, see, red, blue, you don't turn the whole cube, you only turn the top and put the new messed up piece in that spot and repeat. And now you only have to turn a couple sides around until you have a completed Rubik's Cube. With the last step, you have to remember to do all 4 moves in the step, even if you've already put the piece you need in the corner, because the last turn will prepare the cube for the next corner you need to fix. For that step, you will either need to do it twice or 4 times in order to get the corner to rotate. If you get good enough at it, you can figure out that if the top color is in a certain position, you can do the last step backwards and rotate it in 2 steps instead of 4. But if you're not going for speed, it's easier just to remember one direction in which you need to turn the cube. Thank you for watching. Please leave all questions and suggestions in the comments section.